Back in effect, like we never left.
We back in the like we never left. So watch me pull up because I'm
Welcome,
tripping.
welcome.
Big problem with the world that we live in. Watch the news and I cut that shit off. Only bad news should come from the beds. Y'all feeding fear and it's crippling folks. The world gonna choke. Y'all don't want progress. Y'all building cells and digging holes. Keep on digging. See, I've been resonating with the underdog, my creed, bro. I've been in the gym, working combinations daily, boy. I'm going crazy like Mike Tyson. The real Iron Man, I forever stand, ingrained brains like Michael, man. From Jordan to Mars, I never retire. Classic like a Chevelle. Watch my tires skirt on my helmet roar. Drive it like I stole it. Got more heart than any big dog. Look God and the devil in the eyes. Tell him, try me, dog. You can hack this shack and I ain't missing shit. Squad gonna say I'm one when I flip this bitch. Don't question the spirit. It's brotherly love and my feel I ate. From 7-6 to 9 trade till infinity. Kicking shit man make. And he love, and he up. Life ain't never featherweight. I'm holding on like dead weight. I'm the people's champ. Fuck your camp, rather donkey or an elephant. Give a fuck about the noise your ass make. Y'all some fakes. Y'all ain't helping shit. Keep the world off stagnant. Running on that hamster wheel and my niggas trying to get the cheese, but we ain't pasteurizing milk today. We intolerant to the lack, but we going crazy for the toast. That's that cheddar, that's that guap. Do you come with toast with every drop? Bitch, I can't stop and I won't stop. Like Rockefeller Records, yeah, I get it out the mud. So now what I love, from charter back to 8 Mile, my style been wild. You got a problem with my city? I'm gonna pray for you now.
Pray for you now. Sending my help assistant, they can PayPal. Cash App. Ain't having that. Shout out to Aaron T for kicking off the word. We was gone for 2 weeks, but now we back like we never have. You never heard. Ha! From the dome as I come, nothing written. Y'all know it from the done. Boy, kingdom like King Tut, Pharaoh's son. House I'm a builder. Never come. 2091. He said the spirit move in. We groove in like the Asparagus Festival coming back soon. And I'll be there with the booth in, shooting, pursuing what we doing. We was out there feeding the homeless and crewing, pursuing my vision because I was building in prison for 20 years in, and now I'm planting seeds for my soul. Yo, can build in and resurrecting. Ha! Can come in. And then we coming straight from the dome in. I'm in ramen. I'm in ramen. I remember we was eating top ramen, spreading the love because we was bringing yards together. Black, white, Mexican, racist, no weather. We was getting through the stormy weather because when you up against it, you unite beyond challenges. You unite beyond challenges. And now we living hard like calluses, survival mode from the soul. But I'm digging from the Dead Sea Scroll. This is my soul. I'm the epitome. And we will never fold. And we never quit until the story is told. I say. Word. You on mute.
Flash on the play, push the button, I'm on mute. That ain't that cute. They got a way to silence you. Life after life says time black. When we get the rain, we on that. Looking in the pictures, the windows of the goddess got them thumping, getting bigger. So we never been them niggas, but we always been the men. Moving in the thing, so their lords call me king. Moving to a circle, so the cipher just been told. So we moving, got a grip, got a goal, got a soul. Soul less intolerant, call it animosity. They be living reckless, call it anthropology. The bone is the survival, survivor in the thread. So I'm moving to the light, and so I'm shaking off the dreads, leaving all past behind me. Got to get it moving, got to get the stepping, cause it's time for the grooving. So who would have knew that the shots was fired a long time to lie? They got introduced to the truthful side. Messiah was the of the Bellamy's. The boys they be rolling, Mr. Anthony. You know him as by dread, cause we was hanging in them cells instead, eating cornbread, man, and fade. So we like that. Deep in Mississippi, where you at, Black? Chilling in the thing, making light. Say them girls going bumping at night, but we still tight. Now we in the street, running organizations. Now we in the street, I hear really lacing. Build brick by brick, say it's blind by line, and I'ma get it every time when I shine.
For sure, for sure. Yes, yes,
Them
yes.
bars hit
That's
though.
Welcome to another episode of Word. Appreciate you, fam. We got the brothers coming through. I mean, they going need no introduction, but I'm gonna let them introduce themselves for sure, for sure. go ahead and give some time. Ube, Aaron, where y'all can go tell us about what y'all doing. What's on the agenda for y'all and how y'all pursuing with the vision in 2021. For sure, for sure.
I'm gonna let folks spit go. I
Oh,
took it off on the spit. I'm gonna let folks spit first.
okay,
For
okay,
sure, for
okay.
sure.
I'll sound off. My name is Ube, uh, also known as Carl, and there's a lot of things that I do for the system impacted and formerly incarcerated. You know, just got off parole. You know what I'm saying?
So
Finally
lift that up,
free.
lift that
You
up.
know what I mean? After 27 years of
Mm,
being within the system since I was 16, either on the run, in jail, prison, or on papers of probation or parole or some type of sort, is finally over, is done. You know, but I ain't been no slouch out here. Got out May 29th, 2018. And last night I had a meeting on Zoom with Dr. Leslie Robinson, where we producing. I'm going to be the host of a show called Life After Time,
mm,
about re-emerging back in and re-entry into society, playing a game called Recharge, right? That
yeah,
gets you to
for sure, for
step into your mind and help my brothers and sisters who are currently incarcerated and the ones that's getting out, get up out of that prison mind state.
sure.
And so that's what I've been shaking on Life After Time. And then my sister and I, we just also opened this week the Financial Unity Network, because the world is moving into that cryptocurrency. They already pushing. You know
Okay,
what I mean? And it's
okay.
an
Yeah,
opportunity. You feel me? It's an opportunity. I'm like, look, man, spirit say, not, pay attention. Not, pay attention. Not. It's the currency. So if I'm believing in the vibrations of the time and I want to be up to par and correct with what the current date is in this mass evolution and the transmutation, I'm gonna jump on board. You
mm,
know what I mean? Because this is an opportunity to get decentralized from the government, to get the man up out your pocket.
that
You
part.
know what I
Speak on
mean?
that.
Because it ain't
Yeah,
like I gotta go down to the bank and plug in with this criteria that I was blessed with. I ain't got to plug in with that. I can just plug in with some numbers and dits and that and gadgets and gadgets, and that's all they know, and that's all they need to know. So it ain't no color lines, is what I'm trying to say. Ain't nobody to jump in your way and don't want to do business with you because you a
yeah.
black man. They don't know what type of man you is. They just exchanging currency.
Okay. So you saying that the cryptocurrency allows for the possibility of getting over redlining, like because redlining is intentional,
Exactly.
right?
Redlining is
Yeah,
intentional.
redlining with digits yet. Okay.
Exactly. They don't. They just looking at your service and the quality and the exchanging of goods. And if you investing, hey, I'll take them investing dollars because it's on the move right now. You got your Elon Musk weighing in. You got your Amazons, PayPal's. You know, it's a lot going on in that area. So Sis and I opened up the Financial Unity Network, and we're going to be inviting our brothers and sisters and those of us to come aboard and just learn about it. You know, you don't even have to invest, but if you choose to, that's up to you. But there's going to be platforms on there the way we learn about how to really move with this money and not have that money overpower us, and we give away our energy, our
Mm,
life's blood for a bunch of things, worthless, useless things, so we can, stun or floss on each other or some old silliness like that. You know what I mean? But producing real generational wealth and investments to where when we do
mm,
our work is our passion. You know what I mean? When we
yeah.
do our work, our passion, it ain't because I need the money. My money flow in, bills been paid. We ain't tripping on that. We got homes here, there, everywhere. We on passports, shooting down over there and uniting with our brothers and sisters in Africa, and really utilizing the raw goods and resources. It's time to level up. COVID done shook the whole world up to a whole nother
Mm,
level. The question is what we gonna do with it. You know
that
what I
part.
mean? So
That's so.
that's what it is, I say.
I
I
say,
say, bruh, that's a word. You're gonna have to put that
right?
on its own. Woo out the wow. That's a word right there, man.
You feel
Uh,
me? Off the
but
top,
yeah, man. I appreciate y'all for letting me in this space, man. My brother sent the kite. Like, I ain't seen a day in the cell, but my brother sent the kite, so I had to join the Zoom. I had to join the call.
Right,
feel me?
right, right,
You
You
feel
right,
me?
already know.
right, right.
Uh, so as y'all know, my name Aaron T. You feel me? I've been doing this music, this poetry thing for what I just realized was 14 years. Today.
Okay, get that up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Started off in high school. You feel me? Shout out to Mama T with our words, you know what I mean?
For sure. Shout out to Mama T off the
You
top.
Right,
off the
right, right.
top. I can't even move past that one right there, you feel me? But as far as me, what I got going on, my dog Brandon pulled me out here to Appleton, Wisconsin. You feel me? Where I got to just show my stuff in front of a whole bunch of people I ain't never met before. I ain't never had no type of relations with before or nothing. And it was well received, you feel me? Showed me how to sh- shake it off in the moment when the crowd ain't feeding right. and
Mhm.
and honestly just another grand opportunity to keep on spreading the love and spreading the message that we do, you feel me? um I work with young men of color, um as a mentor, now program manager for Improve Your Tomorrow. The organization is formed by two brothers who said, look, we tired of seeing our folks not be able to go get an education. We tired of seeing our folks stuck, and they did something about it. And I got the privilege to work for them and with these brothers to continue making a difference in our city, man. And I'm proud of it. So that being said,
Sure,
and
sure.
you seen what I just sent out. We bringing that Juneteenth back. So
Right,
Stockton,
right,
you heard it right
Sure.
here on the word first. We had
right,
it
First,
here.
first.
It
right,
was
right,
bussing. So we putting it in the works right now to bring it back for the city to come out and celebrate, be a part of the culture. Because guess what? Black culture is world culture, and you better not forget it.
right, right.
Black
For sure,
culture
for
is
sure.
world culture. You feel
Yep.
me? Because you don't have no culture in the world without black people, and that's proven throughout history. I ain't even gotta drop no references, i.e. hip hop. That's why we here anyway. But
That part.
culture is world
Right.
culture. You feel me?
That part.
So with that being said, I'm here to strut my stuff, show and commune with my fellow MC brothers, man. That's what I'm here
For
for.
sure, for sure.
Right,
You
right,
feel
right, right.
how Sister
I
T
Right,
like
say the
that.
quiet
right.
work, the silent work is the real work. You feel me? So what I didn't say here today is, even though it's unsaid, y'all know what's up, and
For
we
sure, for
grinding. Let's
sure.
get these. Let's drop these bars.
Off the top, off the top. So we're gonna
Cause
get
like
into
an
round
MC
two.
said,
Go ahead.
like like an MC said, real G's moving silence like lasagna.
Mhm.
Had to drop that Wayne on y'all real quick. So what round two look like? What round two look like? And let us know.
Round two, what it do? Let me tie in like a shoe. Not a gumshoe, cause they have no clue. What it do, 209, Mr. Adman, original. Dig it like sand, build a castle with my bare hands, cause God gave me grace. And all up in the place, up in the face. And I still down in my potential destination. I'm moving with potential. Spear minded, you might find it with my people. 209 on the grind all the time. 209 on the grind all the time. 209
Okay.
on the grind all the time. Hey,
Okay. Say, look, Mudville on the grind all the time. Let's go. Come to
Mudville.
play what you know about us. Do it real, do it real. What you come We do it real, keep it real. Don't you know about us? We keep it right, we do it right, we keep it right, we keep it good, keep the peace in the heart. So what you want to do is stepping in the mud, huh? You want to get your shoes dirty? Go ahead and scuff them. Cause we don't give a fuck about no kicks. Fuck them J's, little nigga. Go and grab some Vans. $40 out the box. That's it. Gotta keep it extra. Gotta keep it extra pair so we can keep a little fit. Ooh, looking crispy, extra clean. What's up? Gotta do it with the love. What you doing? What's up? Hey, call my brother like, hey, let's go. Pick him up with a blunt. Like ooh, light up. That's how we commune with the way. That's how we commune, nigga. Where I'm from. So roll up that sleeves. We can get it and go. Ooh,
For sure, for sure. Let me get a word one time. Let me see. Let me see.
I got a word.
Let go. Let go.
I got a word.
Let go.
I've been working on my words.
Working on my words. Working on my words.
It's rhetorical.
By
Design.
design. I got you. Repeat that there. Love.
By design.
Love. I remember when my uncle drove that green Caddy. Bullet holes down the side. I thought that shit was clear. Riding back to your side with my cousin stating, let a nigga try, homie. That's your fucking life. I never been a gangster, but I ride for fam, dog. I spit a chap. I put the man behind that shit, dog. I'm going crazy for my babies and my little dogs. On the principle, you ain't schooling nigga on the job. I'm the one, but the world treat me like a glue. And I ain't tripping, nigga. Gon' do what he gon' do. Live and learn. That's exactly what I had to do. Supply yourself, supply your wealth. That's what it's all about. Ain't about that chicken, I ain't licking, nigga. A young gang like me about his paper, nigga. Get on my phone, up the street corners. You got two. You don't need the third stripe, nigga. Be on
I
your
got a
P's. Make
word.
sure you always flying right.
It's
Turn
rhetorical.
the left, cause you don't never know what's coming next. And on the prize, always keep your mind fixed, nigga. Sit back, relax, and don't trip, nigga. Listen, learn my bending corners with my uncles, nigga. Yeah.
I got a word.
I got a word spoken over fiery pulpits. Don't put me in yet. Ooh, they hit the cone acapella. So we had the fella. I spit a vibration in my soul. Epitome of my black is beautiful. My black is brutal though. My black is self-defense. We ain't taking no more control.
Got a word.
My black is hood politics. Resurrected, erasing and conscious.
I got a word.
Humble my soul.
I got a quote, I got a line, I got a paragraph, I got a sentence, I got a comma. Did you ask them, Al? I got a thing, I got a thought, I got a mission. I got a line, I got a page that's been written. So it's a book, it's a chapter, it's a sentence. It's the things
Mhm.
that I listen when I mention. And it's the beat
Mhm.
that's in the heart, it's my soul. It's my truth,
Mhm.
it's my experience, it's my goals. It's my mission,
Okay.
it's my purpose, it's my freedom. So it's my touch, it's
Mhm.
my life when I beat them. So it's the
Mhm.
win, it's the loss, it's the challenge.
Go
It's the
ahead.
obstacle to getting, it's the master. So it's
Get
the
money.
math, it's the science, it's the craft. So it's the
Mhm.
education, get me where I'm from. So it's the things, it's
Okay.
the thoughts, it's the life. I got a
Add it
heart, I
up.
got a soul, but is it right? So I be
Mhm.
moving, I be grooving oftentimes. And I be thinking
Mhm.
when I'm looking inside my mind. And then my mouth
Yeah.
say it seems to pause. I got my tongue, it's over square, let the word go, y'all.
And
I
I
got a
can't
word.
feel my face. Man, I can't feel my face. I can't feel
What?
my face. I'm high off the world. Mm. Trying to find a bird. Mm. And the bird is the word. And I'm gonna flip that thing. Call me a wordsmith, G, wordsmith. Maximize that shit. Maximize myself, cause I maximize myself. Going for all the gusto, bruh. So if you got a problem with me, I'm at your front door, bruh. And I ain't talking about no G shit. I'm just talking about some real shit. And real life make you do what you gotta do. You ain't sitting back waiting on what they do. Cause you gotta get it. Man, you gotta get it. I said it earlier. Supply yourself, supply your wealth, and it ain't about that chicken. I ain't licking, nigga. Ooh. Hey, that's a
Good.
whole hit right there. We
All
just made a whole hit.
All right. All right. Got a word.
right.
Uh, you
Yeah,
know,
Taco Dread in the chat talking about can he bus run? I'm like, man,
man,
hop
tell
on
them to
the
log
thing.
in. Tell them to
You feel
log in.
me? It's all good.
Log
No,
in,
we just
bro.
wanted to, kick in, warm up, like I say,
Mm.
really just keeping the cipher going, man, because it's important in these times that I think our community, especially our community, we engage with each other in ways that is not really sanctioned by data and research and like more in that colonial draconian type mind frame, right? We have to get back to those spiritual elements, right? And the most natural, organic spiritual element in which we was created, we was fashioned after was the vibration. And there's no better vibration in creation than the word. So the more that you're able to, like you just like community builds on, you start started with the so it's a meditative practice that advances trance, which allows us to, like say, we as a people, we go through trance and use the imagination factors to bring our visualization into the process, and that's our empowerment, right? Melanated people, but we become so research and data down, right? So top down, right? Because education begins to train these processes out of us, and we understand now in these COVID times, right? In the thick of it, we naturally just do instincts. So like, oh shit, we recognize system, like we can't really trust your processes. They don't really serve us, right? So now it's like, oh shit, but if you ain't really being keeping up to your natural rhythm, right? You're working on your rhetorical designs. You will know instinctively not to trust their processes, but you won't have nothing to snatch and grab back to, right? Because you didn't detach yourself from your natural instincts, right? We take intellection over intuition, right? And intuition is going to be that thing that continues to connect us, right, to that trusted board in which we begin to write out our designs and we can really follow a purposeful path, right? So I think that's really the trade off, and that's why these spaces become so important.
Man, that's the truth. And I agree with
Word.
that, man. That's a word. Like I don't know what Ant felt, but obviously what he said, he probably felt the same thing I felt when you came with that right? You talk about like culture and black culture and like spreading it and how much you need it during this time. Like that right there, like that's spiritual, and that's ancient
That part.
spiritual right there. You feel me? Like,
Mhm.
many Americans is Christian, but a lot say they Christian, but a lot of them don't realize a lot of the things that God said got to come from the mouth. There's a reason it got to come from the mouth, right?
Mhm.
Confession got to come from the mouth. Your truth to your power come from the mouth. Your praise come from the mouth. The spirit come from the mouth. You feel me?
Mhm.
And those type of guttural sounds like the
Mhm.
that's that
Right.
soul sound. That's the soul coming about you. You feel me? And when people connect to that, they can only put their soul on top of that. That's why we just made a hit in 20 seconds and didn't
That
think
part.
nothing of it.
That
You
part.
feel me?
Word. Word.
Definitely. Definitely.
That's also why holidays and stuff like Juneteenth or those communal spaces where we come together as family and as a people
Hmm.
is important.
Speak on that. Speak on that one time. Or some folks don't really know about Juneteenth, and they probably don't even know, like
Man,
you
look,
say, introducing that push for Stockton to kind of make sure that we don't lose those processes. HUSD unfortunately voted to not put Black History into the forefront of these spaces in Stockton, right? So our youth and our children of color are not really taught by these leaders, and it's like you say, if you want to not really as an educational system or structure ever vote to not enlighten or uplift so-called Black history, right? Right, because I'm on that truth, right? But that in itself allows you to kind of lack, right? Because, like you say, Black history has been intricately that motivation that has really evolved the world, right? And it's
mm-hmm,
also an interesting dichotomy to recognize that we people who are darker than blue are also going to
Come
be the
on.
only chance that the world has to really be saved from these systemic colonial, really oppressive draconian processes, right? Because it's like when we really wake up and become that conscious raising, it's like we go back to like building pyramids, right? Because like who's still doing that? So it's
Hmm.
really on us. And I've always kind of promoted and pushed that we are the ones that we've been waiting for. So like man, right through the recognizing of your word, like it's more than just like sayings. It's really the
Hmm.
formula that in which you're gonna find that process back to yourself.
Right.
Right. The more words you read, the more word like you become. Something I just learned recently, right? But what people don't realize, no matter what you believe in, your spiritual the name you give your spiritual maker, whether it's God, Muhammad, Shira, one of the deities from another religion, they put it on you in order to put fruit into this world, and they put it on you in order to that spirit that's in you. Every religion know, yo, the skin, this right here ain't nothing but dead. So everything that we learn, everything that we do, everything we come from within and then get put out, right? Your children,
For
they
sure.
built from within you first, right? They come
Hmm.
from the sack of a man and the seed of a woman coming together with inside the woman's womb. You feel me? And it's a spirit that come out, right? That spirit needs nurturing. That spirit needs to be taught by the people that's around it. So we in the black community got to start teaching them spirits we didn't create. We created 1 million kids
Hmm.
and continue to create them every day. So we are the conduit to making sure our children have a academic and educational foundation. It start at home and goes into the community. It don't go to the community then go home. You not born in the street. You back in the day. You was born in a bed back in the shack. We ain't had a hospitals. Now we got hospitals. But still, you ain't born in the street. You born in a protected place and then get let into the world
For sure. For sure.
because you not of the world. You live in it. So we gotta be the educational soundboard. So that's why holidays and stuff like Juneteenth is so important to myself because when you learn that history and you learn where you come from, you can only go further. You feel me? I was blessed to have an incubated childhood within black culture, unlike some of my brothers and sisters who didn't find black culture until they was grown and discovered it for themselves. Got black teachers who told them something about themselves that they ain't know.
Hmm.
I know one too many stories. I sit in a room full of brothers. I sit on Zoom calls full of brothers every day. They be like, I ain't get a black teacher or learn something about black history until I got to college. Nah,
Yeah.
that's something that should be learned at your front door before you step into that schoolyard. You think Asian families is not teaching their kids about their culture when before they go to the schoolhouse? You must be smoking if you think that's true. You wouldn't have
Yeah.
the educational dominance in their culture that you have if they didn't. But that's my soapbox. That's my soapbox.
No, for sure. For
All
sure. For you follow that
right.
up with
All
a
right. All
with
right.
a. No, no, for sure. So we're
Right.
gonna
Hey,
keep the
Right.
cipher
protect my Asian brothers and sisters, man.
Right.
off the
Right.
top, off the top.
Right. Right.
Protect all the folks.
Right. Word. Yeah. Word. Your word is gonna define you. Right. If you choose to use them correctly, it's gonna define who you are. Within, it's gonna define the areas and the circumstances that you begin to be in and what you see. The words define all of that. And if you
Hmm.
don't understand the word and the root thereof, the vibratory source of that word, going back to what Rodriguez was speaking about, the true power, the true sources in the vibration and the
Hmm.
very depth of the word, the first speech came from us, right?
That part.
When the man began to open his mouth and speak, he began to hum these vibrations, And these vibrations can move things. It can move matter. All right, move matter in such a way that it's never been moved before, and they're just now starting to rediscover what had already been discovered, that you can move through a vibration. We're seeing each other right now through word and vibration, binary codes, words. All right, language. You know, the power of language, and you can reach out and you can touch, you can feel it. It's something palpable. You know, something tangible. The right word will make you stand up and be like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute now, hold on. Now, that's why I love, I'm from Florida, but I love my deep country folks because they say very little words, but the words that they say, you pay attention to, you know, and it's heavy and it's profound. And in our society, our lack of spiritual guidance, our lack of spiritual truth, our lack of education of ourselves and our culture, like the brother was saying, it has us stagnant. Because if we knew our true culture and the way that we were educated, we would never dot them doors to them public schoolhouses in the first place to go and learn how to be colonized.
That
Period.
part.
All
Why they do
right?
that?
Where they do that at? Like, wait a minute, hold on. Because if I dig a little further down into it, I'll see that the very backbone and the work has been placed upon my people anyway. And a lot of times, the most creative people are the ones that just pull the rabbit straight out the hat. Like, how do you come up with that? He ain't go to college for that. You know what I mean? But we learn how to communicate with each other through our word, through our spirit, and getting back to that, you feel that vibration. And those of us who become cut off and numb from our spirit, we begin to exercise the body and this space. I know I'm supposed to be doing better than this, and so are you. So I'm gonna eliminate myself from this word equation by raining down death and destruction every time that I open my mouth. I'm no longer speaking life. I'm speaking death. Death to my people. You know what I mean? When I have a problem arise, I'm not saying, look, if you and I can't get along, we gonna take it to the spiritual leaders, or we gonna take it to the queens and the mothers that got divine care and spirit within their system, and we can hash that out in another fashion outside of me bopping you and taking your life. Who taught
That
us
next
that?
level.
Who taught us that paradigm?
Speak on that.
No.
Yeah, for
Man,
sure. On
boy,
that
that
note,
just
I'm
gave
gonna
me
I'm
goosebumps
gonna I'm
again.
gonna slang this piece one time as we kick off round 3. This is right here. This is called Black Fist. Black Fist. Blues people dig this. We the hand that rocked the cradle and through the stone slaying Goliath. Wordsmiths, slaying dragons and saving kingdoms. Till kingdom comes, we the only ones who can save us. Ideas plummet through the atmosphere, burning holes through a midwife's breathing patterns. As embryos emit through the darkness, crawling towards God's voice, only to find their mother's desperation vandalized by the recognition that I exist in the motherly gurgles you dispatch to communicate me to live. Big Bang is not a theory, as the latest Trayvon Martin can attest to. Gunpowder or nitro gaseous elements freeze the expectations out of the ghetto until we learn to breathe through the cold so that we can see the prayers float before us frostily. Gravity weighs down prayers. As youth assume slick convos can sneak apples from God's garden based on the mere irrelevance that becomes charming to the feminine wiles. Excuse me. I hold my breath so that I can feel the photosynthesis working inside of me, where I am the sun, and a letter that never comes orbits around my expectations of a brighter future. Supernova flicker, a longer lifespan, belt of Orion, a cherry top dream that delivers freedom at the speed of light, like Einstein's theory of relativity. There are no stars. Those are tears that seemingly shine due to the reflected angles in which we look up, demanding our wings. Black fists. Blues people dig this. We the hand that rocked the cradle and through the stone slaying Goliath. Wordsmiths, slaying dragons and saving kingdoms. Till kingdom comes, we the only ones that can save us. White masks cover black names, spewing pepper spray phrases that have enough force to be their own trigger. You would plant trees merely to envision the hangings. Imprison yourself if you can incarcerate me. And when I say you, I literally mean you, not the you sitting next to you, because I meant him too. Picket fences torn in a torment of brown indignation, because the birth of a nation kept us from them, separated by a counter that wouldn't serve. And when I say you, I literally mean you, not the you sitting next to you, because I meant him too. Acting white is not synonymous with intelligence. Narratives of a slave wash away the scars of Willie Lynch. Without actions, words merely resemble the shadow of being pregnant. Our deeds provide life to our dreams, who are dreamt by the living. So roll up more than sleeves, pull up more than pants, want more than death, raise up more than bloody heads, love hard like callous hands, like for generations of field work, demand a million in real change, as promised, 40 acres and a mule. And when I say you, I literally mean you, not the you sitting next to you, because I meant him too. Black fist. Blues people dig this. We the hand that rocked the cradle and threw the stone slaying Goliath. Wordsmiths, slaying dragons and saving kingdoms. Till kingdom comes, we the only ones who can save us. Ebonics written on umbilical cords. A generation of curses, genuflecting cursive, paying homage to podiums, debating wordsmiths, as doubt grows like 1,000 acreage of cotton-mouthed parables where Pink Panthers birth to lick the wounds of the land that has been writing since the first hieroglyphs. Now my gyro is explicit. As my words refurb and bounce back, like the feeling you observe tracing the black Venus voluptuous curves. I've led you thus far like Moses, prepared for the war of speeches, because I know that history is an assemblage of appendages, so I declare despair on declarations of independence. Till that child with good hair is no different from the kinkage, a little vernacular on my pivot. I'd rather read Kama Sutra sayings from Bach Cutter songs that keep them sprung like picket for brothers hanging. But the surprise is, in these lines, honeysuckle from a people so humble that we threw a spelling bee in 1400 BC and allowed the victors to pretend to teach our history back to me. And now I'm stereotyped every time I write. Cryptograms translated from my spirituality. It's a war going on, it's speech. So speak, so speak. Word.
Word.
Word. Man,
So speak.
word. Yeah. That was heavy. That was real truth. Brought the light.
That's
Real
one of
The
truth,
those
bro.
light.
one of them
Real
oldie
truth.
but goodies. The
Right,
surface stuff.
right, right. Threw the stone and slayed Goliath.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah, that piece right there is
Mm,
one of them uplifting pieces for me. I
right.
remember that being in that.
Right.
Yo,
Good.
I got you. We're gonna keep this thing going in the upliftment. Once upon a time I wrote a little poem talking about Miss Nina relating her name to triggers. I
Hmm.
really ain't understand her story, fam. I just knew that she was singing for the glory, man. Didn't realize she was singing for her sanity. Lost in this world, just looking for some clarity. I know niggas out here doing the same thing. Tell the truth, I'm one of them trying to maintain. In this fucked up world as a black man, please don't push me. I'm close to the edge, man. I'm holding on with good music and reef. Drama pop off every day. I don't know what's next. Living life by the seat of my pants, man. Hand me downs from my big cousin. No belt, so they belly standing up, man. Look at my mama, and I hate to see her struggle. So I'm hustling, going for the gusto. When opportunity knocking, I'm at the front door. Run up in that bitch like I hit a lick, though. Or I'm Marshawn trucking through the end zone. Back to the topic, because I'm trying to clear my mind, fam. A clear mind gets you past all the nickels and dimes, make I free my mind. One verse at a time until a nigga the devil that he can kick rocks. Cause this little nigga, he don't play that. And tell all my little niggas, get your sauce back and start walking like some kings. We ain't no hunchbacks.
Word,
Word.
word, word, word.
For sure, for sure.
Alright. We got brother popped in.
Oh yeah, the
Hey,
brother Evan popped into space one time. Yeah.
What's good, brethren?
Evan,
Okay.
what's good,
What's
Popped
guys?
Dynamite.
in.
what's
Oh
Good to
good
man,
see
with
you.
it?
just chilling. Just chilling.
Uh,
We was
Sound good, Aaron?
kicking off the round three. Cypher
Hey,
continues.
that hey, y'all finna laugh. So the poem that I referenced at the beginning of the last poem I just did is one of Evan's favorite pieces of mine. And if it wasn't for Evan reminding me of that piece, I'd have never wrote the piece I just
Oh man, that's great. That's great.
alright, alright,
For sure, for sure.
did.
alright. For sure.
Yeah.
That's called brotherly love right there, man. And that's a
Alright,
soul brother right.
Oh
alright,
man,
alright.
that's
For
crazy, bro.
sure.
Yeah, I heard Aaron's poetry for the first time and like it must have been like 2015. And I at a little auditorium, the Miss Nina poem. I remember I came up to you. I was like, I love that. I remember that.
Alright,
Yeah,
alright.
yeah, that
For
was cool,
sure.
man.
What's up? It's that
Who
deep
got this?
thing.
Man.
What you got for us?
Man,
You
Evan,
came
what you
through on the
what you got
with
for
the
us,
cypher
E?
Oh,
continues.
give me a just a couple minutes because I gotta get my stuff together real quick. I'm about to get my yeah. Just keep going. I'll be there. I'll be
For
For
with
sure,
y'all.
sure,
for
for
sure.
sure, for
I
sure.
heard you. I heard
With the technical
Right.
difficulties.
Hold on. They said
So,
knock knock, stand up. It said knock knock, stand up. I feel this rapping on my skull. It's like a tap tap tap. I often ignore it with a smack smack smack. I'm smacking myself, laughing at myself. My health is not my wealth. I'm caught up in this temptation. I'm like a rhapsody. It's a tragedy. Knock knock knock, knock knock knock. I feel like I'm being beaten. These things that I'm living, these words that I'm giving, I'm often mistreating myself. Knock knock knock. What is this ringing in my ears like the sounds of bells is never clear? I am often here. Some are scared to stand near. Knock, knock, knock. It's like wood that's dead or hollow. I chose to be a leader, then why am I always follow? Life after lifetime after time, I've been caught up in this cycle. I've been living kind of blind. I just couldn't see. Knock, knock, knock. It was the inside of me. Because I thought that it was outside. I thought that it was something rapping upon my skull, but it was something that was knocking, trying to get out. You need to let me out of here. Let me know what you were about. It was cryptic words and gifts that served. It was man over mission. It was getting on my nerves. It was pining the position. I was humbling on the curb. I was shooting them shots. I was dice in the dark. It was gambling, taking missions. It was all night positions. It was losing my life over kitten. Some call it pussy though, but most call you weak. And if you living in the tragedy, then you seldom sleep. Too high to go back and too low to keep. Up with my own rhythm, it's just a beat, beat, beat. But my heart had to say, like, look, you need to go the other way before I give up and leave you on the street stretched out like I don't give a, you know what? It's a soldier that's been struggling deep down inside, a king that been living. He's knocking on the inside. He's trying to get out. He's trying to survive. Like, hold on, it's an indwelling. It's called a being. It's a God, and I breathe and create through the semen. It's the egg that's the mission when they connect and join. When you see it, it's another life. It's another form. Your queen is out there asking, she's looking and waiting. Knock, knock, knock. Hold on, I'm getting impatient. Knock, knock, knock. You're gonna let me out one day. Knock, knock, knock. You hear these words that I say as I come out of oblivion. You only let me out when you're at your supreme highest, but I need for you to wake up and realize that you're not dying. You'll always be alive, so don't let them stir your soul or cause you to lose control because you're cold. Knock, knock, knock. Warm up your soul. Knock, knock, knock. Warm up your soul.
For sure, for sure. I like that. Warm
Man,
up your soul.
that
Yeah,
was awesome. I felt that in my
Like,
soul real deep, bro. Thank you for sharing that.
I like
Right,
that. That knock,
right,
that knock. They had that
right.
little rhythm to it. Off this Tito.
and out here teaching folks the game. You don't want to smell like the green
Mm.
city.
Right, right,
What
exactly.
happened? I couldn't hear you.
I say, and out here teaching us the game, man. He out here teaching us the game. And I want to say
Oh,
something to
man,
you,
I'm just
Ant.
trying.
Real talk, bro. Uh, if this from my one to ones, bro, you remind you ever heard of this art? This Chinese art where they take gold and they drip it through porcelain that's been broken or damaged, or clay that's been broken or damaged, and they recreate the structure with this gold through it, right? You ever heard of something like that?
Nah, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, so when they do it, it makes the value of the piece go through the roof.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Why? Because they done dripped it with gold. They done gave it, they done brought back its luster. They done put in the work to make it whole again and make it new again. And I hear stories like yours, and I hear stories like, you know what I mean? I don't really know, bruh, but my brother right here too. Like when I hear y'all stories and hear how y'all done turned y'all life around after 20 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is, man. Like that's what I think of. Like these brothers is gold, was broken
Yeah,
clays remolded. These brothers is gold because they doing what it takes to make the streets better. And I don't know if you get if you feel acknowledgement through the city, but I'm gonna give you your flowers while you can smell them, King.
For sure, for
That's real to
sure.
me.
Right, right, right,
One just putting in the work. I go off that. Gold standard.
right.
Babylon kicking the door,
Let's
he going
go.
hander. I'm gonna bring it back like the asparagus festival. Cause since the day one, I was a 209 soldier on the go warrior. As I told you, mom's birthed in the San Joaquin County Hospital, coming out in the 80s, baby. Shit was crazy. Gleason Park going crazy. It was a heyday, but I was in survival mode. So before the high school graduation, to the pen I had to go. Long vacay, but I sharpened my tools and I sharpened my stone and I built my rules and I grew my soul. And now I choose to build my community and give it back. Build my community, and that's a fact. For sure, for sure. Working on the rhetoricals, one step at a time, making these things just really
Right.
build the processes of my mind. Like I tell people, like and Ube, like Cool Carl Robinson, like can really attest to. Like, man, we grew movement in our mind because we was in an environment in the dark, and it was like a training for survival, right? But it's like George Jackson said, like who better to really go through those processes than folks that was born in survival mode. So you get into prison and it's like survival mode times 10, and some folks are able to kind of get through and navigate their trauma in a way to where they don't turn on their people, but they turn back for their people. Understand what I'm saying? So it's like it's a different transition in your mind where you don't really hurt people, but heal people also heal people. So it's going to be those folks that take that hurt and make it into that crown that's also able to find that pathway. And like I say, I'm just trying to show uh, through leading by example and also leading by following. Understand that, like, but also our people got to recognize and follow right guidance, right? Because as Bob Marley really attested to, you can fool a lot of the people all the time, but when you fool the right ones, the rest will fall behind. So I think our people have to be accountable to just that fact. Like the leaders that are placed in front of you, if they don't really have the equation for success or they're forming it through a trial, really true, genuine experience and really leading by example, then you should set yourself up to kind of follow them. So, like, really, we just here to kind of like recognize, like I said, alternatives and options to kind of wiggle through your movement, right? Like Nip Hustle, he has the formula that's readily known, but it's unfortunate that you don't recognize it when it was alive enough to kind of like keep it going. So, like I said, I'm just wondering like who is just fortunate enough to kind of have a piece of the formula and really just exercising that in this people movement.
All right, all right, all right. I got something off of that. I got this. Hurt people, but I'm healing tonight.
Hey man.
Hurt people, but I changed my life, so I'm healing tonight.
Healing tonight. Healing
Hurt
tonight.
people, hurt
And that's how that go.
people. I've been living my life, now I'm trying to do right.
Hey.
Hurt people, work people.
And that's how that go.
I've been doing my time, so I'm healing tonight. Let me hear you. Hurt people, hurt
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 people.
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 Lord, I'm doing my
Doing my
time. I'm
time.
healing tonight.
And I'm healing
Uh,
tonight.
uh.
Hurt
Hurt
people, work
people.
people. I'm doing fine. We healing tonight.
Mm, mm,
Yo, hurt people, words become people. You know what we do? We work against evil. Right here with my people for light years in the night air. Reminiscing to the times in fourth grade, my night airs. Look down on them, a little bit of blood on the ground on them. I just want to forgive and love and be transformative. I don't want to be so normative. I don't want to assimilate. That makes my soul feel dead. I don't want to feel dead. I want to feel alive. Self compassion, accountability, transformative justice. Yo, the ground, the blood, unsheltered people is killing me. How can we have so much horror in the US when it's so rich? We got to do the best. You know what it is from here to Budapest. It doesn't really
mm.
matter. I don't know that country, but it rhymes though. Yo, I like vinyls. My mom got me one for Christmas. That shit was the shit. It was Tupac, Me Against the World, one of my favorite records. He said something like, "It's me against the world." That's how I feel sometimes, but I don't want to feel it because that's the type of shit that will make you want to kill it. And
Hurt
yeah.
people, hurt
Yeah.
people. I'm doing just fine.
There you
So
go.
I'm healing tonight.
Let go.
Hurt
Hurt
people,
people.
work
Hurt people.
people, but I'm doing just fine.
Doing
So
just
we
Doing
healing
fine.
just
tonight.
Healing
fine.
tonight.
Yeah, I'ma
Hurt
hop in
people.
on my K dot. We gonna be all right, cause God got us. Look,
Uh,
and we move from the ground, man, and we coming
Mm,
up like some roses. This concrete jungle won't hold us. Look, we
uh,
break through, we swing through. Fuck a grapevine, we make the whole line. Fuck your grapevine, we make the whole line. Yeah, we
mm,
coming hard, coming hard. Why? Cause we come from that true vine. Divine words come from the spirit, and we gotta put it like this one time. Gotta transform the city, make it a little better for my daughter and them, for my partner and them, for my partner and them, and they kids too. And the kids after them. Be the salt to the earth, let that thing be preserved,
mm.
and it shall prosper. Don't let it
mm.
falter. We tired of hurting each other. Fuck that. I ain't hurting no more. Cause
Hurt
Hurt
people. Hurt people.
people, but I'm feeling just fine. So
Feeling
we healing
fine.
Hey.
tonight.
Nah.
Hurt
Hurt
people,
people.
work
Hurt people.
people, but I'm feeling
Hey.
just fine. So I'm healing tonight. Hurt people, but
People.
I'm doing
Hurt
just
people.
fine.
Hurt
So
people.
I'm healing tonight.
Hey.
Mama grabbed me by my neck, said, "Son, you gon' obey."
uh,
Then she grabbed the belt and got to lashing away.
uh,
Said,
Hey.
"Tell me why you hurt me. I'm just trying to express myself. If you don't get your ass whooped down, the white man will do left. I'm going
ooh.
right on. You don't end up in jail, whoa. Man, I can't think if my pockets are struggling. I'm getting $5, making seven hustling.
Uh,
My
Hmm.
steps are moving backwards. I can't seem to see the light.
Uh,
My hands by my side, my mind not in this fight, so I'm pulling triggers. Baby mama's a nigga.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The kids see me slaying every day. I'm on that block. My
Mm.
heart is in my pocket, my soul in my socks. My feet underneath me, and I'm deep beneath the ground. And I've been so low they can't hear my crying sound.
Speak
Cause
on that.
hurt people. I'm doing just fine, so I'm healing tonight.
Uh,
Hurt
hurt
people,
people,
hurt
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 people.
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 But I'm feeling just fine,
Feeling
Fine.
so
just
I'm healing
fine.
tonight.
Hey. Hurt people,
People
hurt
hurt
people.
people.
That's a whole spirit right
Hey,
there.
that's
Mm.
Uh,
a whole spiritual, you feel me? But it's like, and that there, that's like, what is it? The sixth session of the word platform, and even on the after a 2 week off comeback, really try to get it to that component. That's what I call community build song, right?
Right.
And as
Right.
long as the community is building a song together, right, they
right,
are intricately connected, right? They're putting in their work. They're making sure they have a shared safety, a shared responsibility, right? Community build
Mm.
song. So however you share your vibration in your community, you should be building a song, right? Because we all in the same boat,
Mm.
right? So it's like
right,
an interesting like how organic that process kind of comes to because that was that same process that through times immemorial has always collectively advanced us. Like I said, you
right,
where the slaves where they had the field hollers, right?
right,
Where the vibration
right.
of their songs allowed them to take in that laborious labor, right? It allowed them to suffer through that turmoil so that they can pass the lessons needed for the next generation, right? To do the same. And it was always whenever community circled up, they began to vibrate and pull that thing without their spirit. And it was more than just songs. It was like that path forward, right? It was like that North Star, that beacon, right? We have to understand, like, man, that's our codex. That's our cultural process. And as long as
Mm.
we, like I say, what we've been conditioned to do is what? We put that down and we go run the books, right? Books written
Right.
by them, books written by, and it's like, oh shit, like that. That's like, man, listen, you better get back on your spiritual jujitsu, or they will
yeah.
continue to boo you, right? They will continue
Right.
to boo you, shoe you, and I'm just trying to lace you up, tie you up, not try to pursue you, confined. One time, I'm not a Rolex, but I did the time.
Oh,
But
Hurt
hurt
people. So
people,
what healed
I'm
people
doing
do?
just fine.
They heal me
Feeling
and
the
you. Hey, hey,
night.
hey, hurt
Hurt
people.
people, hurt
Hurt
people.
people.
But I'm feeling
Hey,
just fine.
feeling
So
just
we healing
fine.
tonight.
So we healing tonight,
Oh,
right? And
oh.
that's like the perfect really landing place and platform. Even like I say, just for the word where it's like, man, even as I begin to even see right improvement, even in my rhetorical designs, it has to like as I kind of look back and think on that process, like even how my freestyle is like seemingly getting better, or how I'm like progressing in these spaces, and it's like, oh snap, I'm more attuned to the spiritual path and purpose of which the creator created me for. So as long as you're more in tune to your math, of course you should be able to think on your feet a little quicker. Of course you should be able to kind of put your spiritual component together and you and visualize it for yourself and then visualize it for your people and kind of taking that degree and that step further. And it's like really just wanting to continue to stress upon all people, man, there's an equation to success and we got to attach it. We've been too endearing to this equation that they've shown us for failure. They show us the equation for failure while you turn on the media, they show on the nigga getting his melon pops. They showing somebody killing somebody, sticking somebody up, right? They always are perpetuating and self-reflecting that equation to failure so that we continue to kind of grapple and get on board with that and become conditioned to expecting that in our society, expecting that in our community, expecting that in our behavior. But it's like for those folks who come out and get out and it's like this stuff is not like by accident or happenstance. This is like a spiritual practice also and putting forth because I think as I'm a strong component of like God will also only allow good fruits to also produce other good fruits, right? Especially with those fruits that's going to be attached to and influence our motivation towards his people. So it's like just recognizing like man, we don't come to these processes by luck or chance, but through really disciplined research and study, right? And an observation and the trusting within themselves, and also going back to that organic intellection that we have from just like time immemorial, like passed down. And for me, that I take that over any like research data process, like any of that shit, like any day. Like give me that intuition, that intellection intuitively, right? Because like for me, I know I'm kind of listening to that right voice, following that path. So, of course, invite you brothers to share one last word before we sign off to the platform. But yeah, most definitely appreciate you all for contributing to the space.
I say.
I say,
Oh,
Hey,
I just like to say, man, y'all, everybody that's out there, of course, I'm gonna share it on the platform, all the platforms that I'm on, so that the people can reach the word, and the word can reach the people,
for
which
sure.
is all aspects of ourselves, in alignment. And once we get in full alignment, there's nothing that can't be done. The only thing that can't be done is what we don't realize can be done, because
Mm.
Mm,
we shut ourselves off. I used to be out there with the strap, with the thumper, with the thing, with all them, whatever you want to call it, the latest modern slang, that fire, that iron, you know what I'm saying, that get up and go gusto, Tom and Jerry,
mm,
right? But I was living in a state of fear. You know what I
mm,
mean? If you feel like you need protection, like I told one of the brothers, all of a sudden, like, man, we need the whole oos on the phones and all that on inside. So the whole oos is like when you get protection. I say, nah, bro, let them do that. Let them live that scared life. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here. We fully prepared. We got all eyes on. If it pop, it pop. We know what to do. Let them live that scared life where you constantly on oos, you constantly on guard, waiting for something. The lion ain't in there in the jungle. He the king of the jungle. He ain't on guard.
mm.
Everybody else
mm.
is waiting for him to bust a move.
Yeah, he roaming through that thing
He running
freely.
through that thing freely like he feel, because he know what he is. You don't need no pistol. You don't need to have your guards up, your claws out. Oh, don't scare me. I'm ready to shoot. Nah, I don't need all that, bro. My spirit gonna guide me more than that. My spirit gonna move you out the way before I ever even get there physically. I'm not concerned with you. I don't need no
Ooh.
strap.
Mm,
You already done moved
Say
from the
that one more
location.
time.
Spirit told you to crank up and get on. Look, something coming. You better move.
mm,
Hmm.
So,
He
we
said, my
get back to
spirit
our
gonna
root,
tell
get
for
back to our
sure.
roots, the true vibrations.
Mm.
Word.
say that.
For sure, for sure. Word.
That's a real, again, another vibration deeply felt. He said, the spirit gonna move you for I do.
Before I get there, you better know it.
The spirit gonna move you before I do. Hey,
Mm,
I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna just keep it all the way P. No matter what like, I'm gonna be real. This is for me. This space was again spiritual and a healing space. So I appreciate you for even just saying this. What I'm gonna do for my community and keep pushing.
mm,
But on the real, for anybody that listen to this, man, find that path, that path that's spiritually right for you. And I
mm,
know it's not an easy journey, man. It's not. You're gonna go here, you're gonna go up, you're gonna go down, you're gonna left, you're gonna go right, you're gonna go zigzag, you're gonna do a loop de loop, you're gonna look like a Hot Wheel track. You feel me? But at the end of the day,
mm,
if you are producing good fruit, God ain't finna prune you out and leave you out here where you ain't got nothing, where the rest of the vine ain't feeding you,
mm,
because we all connect. God said he got the true vine. The true vine is that vine that is that vein. You know that vein you see in your arm when you do like this, then you turn around, see it on the other side, look almost the same, and then you see them all through your legs. That's the true vine. That's the spirit. When we grab each other's hands, and when we communicate and we commune, we connect in that vine. So if you producing good fruit and putting that fruit out there and connecting to your brothers and your sisters out here in this world, you gonna keep extending that vine and keeping it strong. So with that being said, peace, One love. Again, thank you for this space. And we gonna keep communicating and making sure our people the right way, extending that vine.
Word. For sure, for sure.
Amen, man. I appreciate the revolutionary space, you guys, and it's beautiful just to feel the love and and the spirit, and I appreciate all the wisdom and just the opportunity to spit it from the heart. I love that spiritual song that we were singing. That was really something, man.
For sure,
Those are
for
like my
sure.
favorite moments in life. Those these moments. So yeah,
Hmm.
man, it's all love. Get a
Off
little
the top.
boost and keep going. And I love
Off
what you
the
were
top.
saying too, Anthony, about like I really feel that about for us that care a lot about the community. We try to learn different ways that what's the best way that we can help, that we can change it and
Hmm.
everything. And like what you're saying about coming back to music, for those of us that make music or art or whatever it may be, that like really connects
Yeah.
us to our soul without fear. I think that's like so true, man. And I've just been getting like deeper and deeper, feeling that like when I make music, how good I feel, but also just really being
Hmm.
open and emergent and trying to like put the heart first with people and like let go of attachment to all the bullshit, and just like really be present with people, which I feel like, is just I love what you're saying about the keeping the spirit to guide it instead of the concepts and
No,
stuff
yeah,
like that.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think, like I say, there's nothing to go on. I mean, as a spirit component, music is that for sure. But y'all heard it here. Another word platform. Put it down. Working on rhetorical designs, and most definitely, if you was able to grab a piece of something that's able to impact yourself, your life first, your vibration, and then push out to your community. Most definitely, link in, tap in. That's what we built the platform for. We appreciate y'all for showing up and showing out as always. Word. Until next time. Peace, fam. For sure, for sure.